Morning, good evening. This video is going to be about the spirit world. Last year, I won a makeup box. When I won that makeup box on YouTube, I asked the woman to pass it on to the next person, and she said no. You want it fair and square. But what she didn't know, the reason why I was saying pass it on to someone else, my granddad had already came to me in spirit, and get my camera situated. He was showing me a makeup palette. If you fellas don't know what a makeup palette is, it's a palette of eyeshadow. And so my granddad kept on shoving it in my face. And he kept on pointing at one in Pacific and wanting me to read what it said. And I told him that I couldn't make it out. So he said, listen, the woman is going to be delivering it. Let her know to get to the hospital because she's got severe stomach issues that she hasn't been made aware of, but she needs to get to the hospital immediately. So I contacted the woman on YouTube, and I felt crazy telling her, but she said she was perfectly fine. And then it just so happened to be a FedEx lady that delivered the box. She said she was perfectly fine. The video is actually here on my YouTube channel where I actually unboxed the makeup. And you'll actually see once I get to the eyeshadow box and open it. Once I open it, the one that my granddad was pointing to has an actual fingerprint on it. And I paused there on the video. And, I didn't know what to do. And then 2 weeks later, that's when I started having pains in my stomach. Around the same time, I was in a real dark spot from losing my uncle. I ended up meeting a great guy. His name is the American Wanderer. I always say that he was an angel sent. And he always says, no, Jessica. But you ever heard of wandering angels? I always call the American Wanderer my wandering angel, and Mom feels the same way. And no matter when he hits the live button, sometimes I'm not able to talk, sometimes I'm in the street, sometimes I'm running errands. But no matter when the man hits the live button, I have him up and running. So I feel that it's the right thing to do. And the last time that he was here at my house, if you don't know the American Wanderer, he has a shuttle bus. And I knew that he was headed to like this RV event in Arizona. I knew that in the back of my mind. But then my uncle started showing up in spirit right after the American Wanderer left my house. And he kept yelling at me. And he kept yelling, Scottsdale. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. So I Googled it. And there is an actual place called Scottsdale, Arizona. And I didn't know where the American Wanderer was going. I just knew he was headed to Arizona. So I called him. And I said, hey, I'm going to sound crazy, but just listen to me. He said, go ahead, Jess. I said, listen, I don't know where you're headed, but go to Scottsdale, Arizona. There's something there, and there's something there for you. Look low, look high. I don't know what it is, but just keep your eyes peeled. And he said he had to actually go through Scottsdale to get to where he was going. I believe that day I had an appointment that evening, and it was pouring down rain when I made that call. I ended up getting a phone call from my nurse saying that they got flooded, that they was going to have to reschedule my appointment. I said, okay. That morning, my doctor called me and he said, Jessica, I don't know why my damn nurse did that, but I need to see you and I need to see you right now. He said, but I need you to come to my other location. I said, okay. So I wrote down the address. And you'll never believe where it was. Scottsdale, Georgia. And this was the day that my pathology results were going to be read. I get in there, and mind you, I told you I was going through a hard time after losing my uncle. My doctor starts bringing the entire staff in the room, so I knew something was off, and the lights start flickering, and my phone just starts saying ding, 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 ding. I go to look at my phone, and I've got 50 emails from the VA. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? But in my heart, I feel that it was my uncle letting me know that he was there at that very moment as the results were being read. So ever since then, as I've been fighting this, I'm going to tell y'all something. I would never put my granddad down as emergency contact. My mom has always been emergency contact since I was born, but for some reason, my granddad has been somehow magically putting himself down as emergency contact at the hospital. And I always know when the insurance woman walks in and says, hey, is your emergency contact such and such? I always know something's going on because he's playing doctor on the spirit world. And so here recently, I'm going to tell y'all something recently. Excuse me, I have been waiting on a scan. The first one was canceled. I had been seeing my granddad. They're back. They've been saying Scottsdale again. Not only that, but like I said, I played the American Wanderer. Sometimes he doesn't know I'm there, and it's certain words that are said that I'm like, I think that my loved ones are speaking through them. And then one night, before I got ready to go to bed, there was another channel holder named Get Her Done Granny. I clicked on her channel and I just let it run while I slept, but during that moment, I heard Get Her Done Granny and another young lady on the panel talking about Scottsdale. Somebody was moving to Scottsdale. And I said, damn it, because I knew it wasn't going to be good news. But it was a sign for me. So, a lot of you know that the barbecue was held this weekend. I wanted to be there. But my first scan had already been canceled, and I needed to get there to this scan because, my loved ones was telling me, hey, it's something serious. So anywho, I went for the scan Saturday. When I got there, the insurance lady walks in, my granddaddy's emergency contact. I said, I'll be damned. So we go back. If you don't know, when you're on chemotherapy makes your veins shrink. They cannot access your portal. The only person that should be accessing your portal is your oncologist. So once the chemotherapy makes your veins shrink, it makes it to where you're a very, very hard stick. They had already tried 5 times in radiology to get an IV running. And I was tired by this time, and I said, look, if you don't know how to damn get a vein, please go get somebody professional. So I sat there, I know, a couple hours, probably 2 hours waiting on a specialist to come in, and he came in with like this ultrasound machine where he was, just rubbing my arms looking for a good vein, a straight vein to it, and I mean, when he took that needle, he had to go really, really deep, and it hurts. And it left a lot of spots on me, too. But anyway, we got the vein. Then I got to go through the machine, and I mean, it was like, once the medicine started, it was like my whole body was being set on fire. And I immediately got sick in the machine. I told her I needed to come out, and she was like, 15 more seconds, Jess, 15 more seconds. And I was like, well, you make sure you got the damn bucket as soon as I come out this machine, because I'm going to need to literally lean over on the bed. And so that's how it happened. And then I had to sit there for another hour just to make sure I wasn't going to have an allergic reaction. In the meantime, I've been sleeping a lot. I call it sleeping away the pain. Yeah, hurting really bad, and plus the medication is like I could just go to sleep at any time at the drop of a dime. And it just seems like we've been having so much to do, and it's hot here. It's hot and miserable. By the time you do get home from all of these appointments, you just want to get naked and go to bed and suck up the air condition. That's it. But that's that. I went in for my results yesterday. 2 more tumors have popped up. So I'm getting ready to go in for an upper and a lower endoscopy so they can get better images of it. And then we'll go from there. But I wanted to come on here just to say, there is another side. Some people don't believe, but some people don't have the eye for it either, as far as the spirit world. What else? Another thing, no matter what you're going through, know that somebody's going through it worse. Let me be your walking testimony. If I can still get up and go to the grocery store, if I can still get up and walk around, even though my butt is tired right now, but if I can still get up and do all of these things, so can you. Just know that the battle isn't yours. God has the last say. And until your mission is complete, y'all be safe out here. Make sure you know Jesus himself. Make sure you know that God is good. God is always on time. Tell a neighbor today that you love them. And I want to say before I end, if you're listening, the American Wanderer, you will forever be my wandering angel.